What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trey's Trades, where we give technical analysis on different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I'd like to preface by saying that I am not a financial advisor nor expert. I am just some random dude on YouTube, so take what I say with a grain of salt. The reason that I started this channel is because a couple of years back, I was about $30,000 deep in some pretty bad medical debt, and I was very fortunate to have some close family, friends, and mentors that pushed me to work really hard and invest my money in the market. So if I can pass along any of the information, resources, or tools that they gave to me and change their lives even a little bit for the better, that's all a guy can ask for. Lastly, if you wouldn't mind dropping a like on the video, it really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this, as I do post videos every day, multiple times a day. With that being said, today we're going to be looking at ticker symbol FUBO, FUBO TV Incorporated. This has been suggested to me by a couple of different subscribers, so I am going to post this as an additional video today, just as there may be people out there who are interested in getting into this stock, who may have a position in this stock, and we're going to cover a couple of different things. We're going to talk about the volume trends, the volume weighted moving average. We're going to be talking about the MACD, the RSI, and we're going to establish these levels of resistance and support, and talk about the macroscopic and microscopic views on the stock for both mid to long-term investors and day or swing traders. So buckle in, we got a lot to talk about. Let's start off by looking at the 6-month chart here. We do have pulled up, and we're going to talk about the current levels of support and resistance. So we are trading currently under the volume weighted moving average, and this is a little bit different than the volume moving average. I will pull up the difference just so you can see it on the screen. The volume moving average does not factor in unusual trading volume, and I find that the volume weighted moving average is a better indicator of the overall trend of a stock. You know, we would actually we would just barely be in bearish territory if we use this, if we just use the regular volume moving average, and we are down over 100% from this high of $62. So I just find that the volume weighted moving average is a better indicator. So we're going to use that. We are in bearish territory. We have seen 4 days underneath the volume weighted moving average, which is a great indicator that the bears are in control. And I do continue to see this trend continue until we retest support here at 26.08. We do have this as a previous level of support right here. Previously, we would have this level of resistance, this prior level of resistance as support, but as you can see, it did not hold up. So we are kind of filling this this price range right here at the time being, and I can see this playing out a couple different ways. So we might test this 26.08 support level out. You might see a bounce to retest this resistance, a bounce back down, and then we might see a breakout through 32.83 to start working back up towards these all-time highs of $62. Or it could go another way. We could retest this level of support, it bounces back up, or it doesn't bounce back up. That's also possible, but we're just going to assume that it'll bounce back up. We may see a retest on this resistance level, and then after that we may see a overall downward trend and selling pressure, bringing the stock back down to newer lows and retesting this next price range right here. So if that does happen, we're looking at a next level of support at $20.44. This was a previous level of resistance. You can see we had a candlestick that tested this price range. It was rejected, and then once we pushed through it, we came back up and tested newer highs. So first, you're going to want to watch for 26.32 as a level of support. Watch to see if we have some consolidation between these two price ranges of 32.33 and 26.32. That would be very healthy for the stock, especially considering the parabolic growth that we have seen come out of this company in the previous few weeks. So with that being said, we do have another level of resistance right here at $38.44, as I was $38.04, and that is because we have a couple of different candlesticks here that test this level. So you can see the wicks are very indicative. Here we can see pretty weak sellers, and here we can see pretty strong buyers, and the wicks touching here indicate that this is a level of resistance where there's uncertainty, and that is going to act as a level of resistance in the future. Now I also have pulled up the MACD, and the MACD is the moving average convergence divergence. And essentially what this is you calculate this out by subtracting the 26 period EMA, or the exponential moving average, from the 12 period EMA. And anytime this red line is below the green line, that is an indicator that we are in bearish territory. And anytime the red line is above the green line, that is an indicator that we are in bullish territory. And you can see that we are pretty strongly in bearish territory here. It does look like we are going to continue until we retest this 26.32 range right here. So do keep that in mind. Watch for that. I do think the best case scenario here is we do see a bounce in some consolidation back and forth between these price ranges for a while. However, I'm not a wizard. I can't predict the future. If I could, we'd all be millionaires. We'd be shorting and longing the crap out of every stock in the market and making money any way we could. But that is where I see this going right now. This stock is starting to look like it's approaching oversold territory. This RSI indicator of 30 indicates that the stock is oversold. Anything over 70 is overbought. So you can see we were in overbought territory for quite a long time. I mean, we were at 92, and anything over 70 is overbought. So this is extremely overbought. This stock shot up solely from hype and FOMO, in my personal opinion. I do think streaming services, which is what FUBO TV is, it's a streaming service, are going to be a huge sector in the market in the next year, 2, 3 years to come. However, this much growth that fast, you're always going to see a price correction. That is the trend of the market. Whenever you see, multiples of hundreds of percents growth, I mean, we were at $9 back in September, and we got all the way up to $62. So that's a large multiple of what you came into with the investment. If you bought in at $9, even if you bought in at $15, you 400% of your money. I mean, that's as good as it gets. So we are approaching oversold territory. So if you do see that, I do see that as a good point in which to enter into the stock. However, if you want to look at just the support and resistance levels, I would watch to see if we have some consolidation between these price ranges. If we do have consolidation between 26.32 and 32.33, I do think buying in as close to this support level as you can is a great entry point. However, if we do bounce down through this level of support and retest 20.44, I do think that this is a obviously better entry point into the stock, as I do think we will approach $60 again in the future. It is just going to take some time to reestablish and rebuild the next couple legs up. So do be watching for that. Next, I'm going to work through the daily charts here. We have the 1-day, 1-minute charts pulled up. We have a level of support here at 27.40, 27.36, and we are hanging pretty well above that. That does seem a pretty strong level of support. And we have a couple levels of resistance to watch for. So we've got one here. We have a previous level of support that is going to be an acting level of resistance right here. And you can see that in the past, this has acted as both support and resistance. We have support here, resistance, 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 a false breakout, comes back down, and it looks as though we may be approaching that on Monday. However, it will depend highly on the price action, as we do see an overall bearish trend on the stock. So do keep that in mind. So if you are looking to day or swing trade this stock, I would look for a potential entry point around this 27.36. If you're looking to long, look to see if it bounces off this level. If it does bounce and we come back up to this 28 and some change, that would be a good point in which to exit your trade. Or if we do break through it, 28.95 would be the next level we're looking for. And if we do break through that, we are looking right around here. We've got a couple different touch points, 1, 2, 3 at 29.95. You could just call this $30. We'll move it up a little bit, $30. That, if best case scenario, if we approach $30, you're making a pretty solid margin of return on a day or swing trade in that situation. So that is how I would long it. If we approach 27.36 and we drop below it, which is, I think, the more likely situation here, you are going to be looking to short this stock. And from the macroscopic point of view, we are looking at 26.32 as the next acting level of support. So I would watch for that as a potential exit point from your day or swing trade shorting opportunity. If you're looking to long the stock, as I said, we can go that route. You can also short sell this if we approach $30 and there's rejection, or if we approach 28.95 and there's rejection, you could ride it back down to this level of support, this level of support, or even if it drops below 27.36, you obviously get the picture. That is the overall trend on FUBO TV. Now, lastly, I'm just going to pull up what FUBO TV is, and you can just click out of the video if this doesn't interest you, but I had a couple subscribers that said they do enjoy when I give a basic overview of the company and what they do. So I do have pulled up Market Watch and FUBO up here. So FUBO TV is a digital entertainment company. The company is focused on offering consumers a live television streaming platform for sports, news, and entertainment through FUBO TV. FUBO TV is a virtual multi-channel video programming distributor that streams in 4K. Its subscription-based services are offered to consumers who can sign up for accounts at this website, through which it provides basic plans with the flexibility for consumers to purchase the add-ons and features suited for them. So they are basically a streaming service, a little bit different than Netflix. They are focused very strongly on sports, so I can see this, making its way into the streaming sector, giving a little bit of competition to Netflix and Hulu and HBO Max, those different Disney Plus. This could be a big player in the future. I've got the stock twist pulled up as well. It's got about 20,500 followers on the stock. It has grown quite a bit. The message volume is still up a little bit, sentiment's up a little bit. These have been dropping. They were higher in the past. However, because of the decline, I'm assuming that there are some buyers who have lost interest, as they were probably chasing the hype and probably chasing the FOMO. So that is a basic overview of what FUBO is as a company. I will also leave a link to the Yahoo financials in the description box down below if you'd like to check those out. I do think in the future this is going to be a good play. I think, in a year or two's time, we will approach this $62 range pretty easily, and it might not even take that long. I'm being very conservative with that estimate. But watch for these price zones, and I do think this is a solid trade to get into. I would just be wary that you don't buy in at the peak of any stock. I mean, obviously we're not there anymore. Even if you bought in right now, I think you'd be okay as long as you held it for a couple of months. But the lower that we can buy it, the better off, because you're just going to have that much better of a margin of return. So that is what I have for FUBO TV Incorporated. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like. It really does help support the channel. Consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. And lastly, I do have an affiliate link to TubeBuddy in the description box down below. Now, TubeBuddy is an SEO optimization website that I personally pay a $9 per month subscription fee for. I am a member of the Pro membership, and it allows me to make sure that my videos are searchable. It optimizes keyword results, it optimizes tags, thumbnails, titles. It gives you analytics on all that sorts of stuff, so that you can make sure that your videos are ranking well enough so that they can get to the audience you are trying to get your video out to. So if you are a content creator or interested in being a content creator, I do recommend this service. I do have an affiliate link. As I said, if you use it, I will receive a commission off of your subscription, so it's a great way to support the channel. They also have a free membership option with a few less accessories and tools, if that interests you. And if you're not interested at all, I'm just glad to have you here as a part of the crew. So that is what I have for the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time, my friends. Peace.